Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving deep into something that's basically the engine room of the global economy, supply chain operations. It's a world of constant pressure, and we're going to explore a very specific toolkit designed for anyone who wants to lead in that world.
And that really is the million-dollar question, isn't it? When every single day brings a new shortage, a new delay, or some new market shock. So how do you go from just, constantly putting out fires to actually building a career that's rock solid, a future-proof career? Well, that's exactly what we're breaking down today. So let's zoom in on one specific credential that's designed to give you that exact edge. It's called CPIM. But what in the world does CPIM even mean? Let's demystify it.
Okay, so CPIM stands for Certified in Planning and Inventory Management. You can think of it as the gold standard for managing the internal heartbeat of a company's supply chain. Everything from planning all the way to production. And the best part, it's recognized everywhere. So that expertise is like a passport for your career.
Okay, but this isn't just some textbook theory, right? It's about building real practical skills. You'll learn how to actually speak the language of every single department, to see disruptions coming instead of just reacting to them, and how to use technology to build a supply chain that can bend without ever breaking. That all sounds great, but let's get real for a second. The big question is this actually for you? Let's see how this certification connects directly to what people like you are doing every single day. I love this quote because it just nails it. It boils the entire challenge down to its absolute core. I mean, if that sounds like your day-to-day, that constant complex dance of materials and schedules and locations, then CPIM is literally the framework designed to help you master it. And just look at the range of people who get a major boost from this. You've got production planners, demand planners who are basically trying to predict the future, right? And then you have procurement specialists making sure the right stuff shows up on time. It doesn't matter if you're deep in the data or managing the shop floor, these principles are a game changer. All right, so we've established the skills, but why is this such a big deal, like right now? Why does this give you a competitive edge in today's crazy market? Let's get into it. I mean, just think about a major industrial hub like the Gulf Coast, Houston, Baton Rouge, New Orleans. The entire economy there hinges on supply chain efficiency. Companies in energy, chemicals, you name it, they literally can't afford a single misstep. They need pros who can manage massive complexity. And believe me, the demand for those experts is through the roof. It really boils down to two different realities, two different career paths. On one side, without this kind of training, you're always in reaction mode, vulnerable to every disruption, making costly mistakes that can totally stall your growth. But with it, you're proactive. You're building resilience, driving excellence, and creating a super clear path for your career to take off. It's a direct advantage. Okay, so you see the why, but what are the actual, tangible skills you're going to walk away with? Let's pull back the curtain on the core knowledge, the real building blocks of this expertise. The whole thing is built around these core pillars. You're going to master demand management, which is all about, you guessed it, forecasting. From there, you move into master planning, turning those forecasts into a real-world schedule. Then you get into the fine art of inventory management, procurement, and my favorite, continuous improvement, because that's the engine that makes everything better and more efficient over time. And it doesn't stop there. Beyond those core functions, you're also diving into higher-level strategy. We're talking stuff like S&OP, sales and operations planning, which is absolutely critical for getting everyone in the company on the same page. You'll cover logistics, risk management, and how to actually measure if what you're doing is working. It's the whole picture. Okay, so who's actually hiring for these skills? Who's looking for this certification on a resume? This is where the rubber really meets the road, and you can see the power of this credential. Let's start with the big players in energy and chemicals, companies like ExxonMobil, Shell, and Dow. For them, a hiccup in the plan isn't just an oops, it's a massive multi-million-dollar problem that can impact safety and the entire global supply. They need experts. And it's the exact same story over in complex manufacturing. Just try to picture the thousands upon thousands of parts that have to come together perfectly for a single Boeing jet or a Caterpillar machine. Industry leaders like GE and Honeywell absolutely depend on CPIM professionals to make that magic happen. And hey, even the stuff you use every single day, it's all brought to you by companies that prize this skill set. Procter & Gamble, PepsiCo, Nestlé, they all need experts to manage their forecasting and production on a massive global scale. So what's the big takeaway? What's the common thread here? Why are all these incredible companies actively looking for that CPIM on a resume? It's because they need people who can do 4 things really, really well. Slash waste, build a supply chain that can take a punch, sync up incredibly complex global operations, and perfectly balance cost with keeping customers happy. A CPIM Pro brings that exact toolkit to the table. All right, by now you might be thinking, okay, I'm interested, but how do I even start? Well, the good news is the path is actually super clear and straightforward. Let's walk through it.
It really breaks down into 5 simple steps. You can kick things off by joining a local chapter like ASCM Houston to get support and resources. Then, you pick a learning path that works for you, with an instructor or on your own time. You prep with the official materials, schedule your exam, and then the final step is to earn that credential and start making an even bigger impact. It's totally designed to be achievable. So when you boil it all down, the most important thing to remember is this. CPIM isn't just some letters you add to your LinkedIn profile. In an economy that's all about volatility, it's a real, tangible advantage that sets you apart from the pack. And that really leaves us with just one final question for you. When you look at all the challenges and all the opportunities out there, are you ready to level up your expertise and become that indispensable leader, the one that every modern supply chain desperately needs?
If that sounds like you and you're ready to get started, here's exactly what to do next. You can check out the ASCM Houston website, shoot their team an email, or just follow them on social media to get all the latest info. That's it for this breakdown. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next one.